agree with that?
Yeah, they had a great, they started the game with great defensive intensity, and we didn't match it with our offense.
Now, at halftime, it looked like you all kind of flipped things around and came out the first 8 minutes of the second half. What did you all discuss it in the middle?
Well, I mean, just being tougher. I mean, I think that we were, very tough in the first half in terms of being able to get where we wanted to go, move the ball where we wanted to move the ball, and again, Penn dictated to us in the first half, and as you said, we kind of tried to flip it in the second half where we wasn't on the other end of the stick. We wanted to be, pushing it as opposed to being pushed.
Coach, what was the biggest difference, I guess, that you saw in Penn State compared to last year so far after this game?
I don't know if there is a great deal of difference. I think that Zach Rosen is still, mediating everything, and he does a great job at it. So from that standpoint, I don't know how much of a difference. Obviously having Bernardini on the floor makes a difference for him because another shooter. Having Miles Cartwright makes a difference for him because he's another shooter. But in terms of how they play, not a great deal of difference from last year.
Does having those two extra offensive threats, how does that affect how you game plan for them this year?
Well, yeah, because last year you didn't have to worry about the kickouts as much as you do this year. I thought Zach did a great job, especially in the first half, and we didn't do a good job of defending him. We had one player on him, and he sucked everybody in. In the second half, we did a better job of staying on guys on the perimeter so he couldn't get those guys open shots. So last year, I guess, if you would say, well, when they had other guys that couldn't make shots as well as the guys you have now, it was easier just to sag in the paint and not bite on his penetration as much.
In the first half, during a couple of timeouts, I noticed you getting on your guys a little bit. Were you telling them to be more physical? It seemed like Penn was getting a lot of layups down low and just easy.
Well, yeah, they were getting those off Rosen's penetration, and that's what we were talking about: staying at home and making sure you knew where your was, and we didn't do a good job of that. But our biggest problem in the first half was what we were trying to do offensively and executing, getting the ball to Greg Magano. He's a force for us to pay. He didn't get enough post touches. He didn't have to score every time he catches the ball, but we need to get him post touches.
Coach, down the stretch, you got it. Within the last couple of minutes, it was a 4-point game. I guess what did you see as sort of the key to come back a little bit, and then how did Penn adjust at all to prevent you guys from taking the lead and holding on?
It's helter-skelter down the stretch. We're trying to turn them over, and we did a couple times. So we got a couple opportunities at the basket, and their job is to go make free throws. So, and that's what they did. That's how they, if they miss some of those free throws down the stretch, it adds some more tension for them. It puts more pressure on their defense. Just like everybody else, just like the prevent defense in football. At the end of the game, like Porter Braswell was able to drive for the rim and get layups. He couldn't do that the whole game. It's just one of those things that happen in late game situations where you kind of relax a little bit with the lead.
Any other questions?
Thanks, Coach.